What it do, what it don't do. Your boys are back. It's been a while since we have been on, but honestly, we were all ready to go a couple weeks ago, but we were having so much audio difficulties, and I could tell my boy was being flustered. So instead of pressing the issue, I was like, "Yeah, let's just run it back another time." And after that, it'd just be scheduling conflicts, work conflicts, all that shit. Until you guys support your boys like you should be supporting your boys and make it to where we can monetize off this podcast, niggas still got to work. So
Shit, I'm
yeah,
surprised I got today off. Actually, shit, I worked 9 to 9 yesterday, so shit, I'm glad I got today off. I'm just chilling today, playing a little Tekken. You know,
I do not have today off, but I don't have to
really.
work till 10, so I'm not even tripping. I was like, anytime I'm awake and fucking alive, I'm always down. But I mean, just try to be mindful and shit. And again, I never ever want to make this shit feel like a job until it actually is a job and we getting paid for it. So shit, it is what it is, man. We try to get it out as quickly as possible to you guys. It's just not always feasible. That's life.
Yo, I'm looking into making shirts too. I want to make this one
Want to make what?
shirts. I want to start. I want to get like a silk screen and make shirts. The hobby I want to invest
Oh,
in.
like merch?
Yeah, absolutely. It's
I'd be
just
down
shit I
for
want to
some
wear.
merch.
But I mean, I have no problem making like themes and shit. The hobby I'm
Nah,
investing in.
nah,
It'd be
I
kind of
feel it.
cool to hand make ours.
I've been wanting to push out merch. My thing is just investing the money to make the merch and not getting the return would be my main concern. But
You got to
I'd
market
still
that
do it
shit.
even if it was just us rocking it. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like it's our product. I fuck with it. All right, now there has been a lot of cards since the last time we were recorded, but I already know most people aren't thinking about these old ass cards, so I'm just gonna talk about the important shit that happened on these cards. Starting with King Green. I can't believe I even called him that, but fuck it. Starting with Bobby Green versus Patty Pimblett.
Bobber. Yeah, that fight was fuck. Just Bobby couldn't touch old fucking old Patty. Patty was too long. He's too big, bro. They didn't even look like they're in the same weight class. And
Honestly, bro,
Bobby couldn't do
I was gonna take the high road when it came to this, but nigga, I don't know the way.
that.
Bobby, we try to get you to come on for an interview to brothers like yourself who are trying to get our foot in the door when it comes to this podcast game. You had a good opportunity to help put us on, and you want to charge a nigga $500 for an interview. So you get what
Fuck
you fucking get, motherfucker. I hope that price has gone down.
that. Oh, that's fucked up, dog. That nigga gonna give his half off now.
I'm gonna need you to charge us 50 for that interview now, and even then, I still won't pay it. Fuck you, nigga.
I don't know why he shot for the takedown. I just the second he shot, I was like, fight's over. I didn't expect
He
him to get his
literally gave
arm
it to
though.
him. He
Oh, whatever.
literally gave it to him.
100%. But he seemed like he didn't have a. I see the hat. I just noticed the hat.
Oh, hey!
Salute the boy.
Shout out to Stanley Johnson, man. I'm sure he'll send you one too if you ask.
Yeah, man. That's
I had just
clean.
seen the. Bro. A lot of people compliment on me. A lot of people have complimented it. A lot of people, and I'm like, bro. Like as soon as he gets more in stock, you know what I'm saying? I'll send you a link.
Hell
Copy one
yeah.
yourself.
That's dope,
But
man. I wish I could wear
but
hats more, though.
he'll send you one. I'm sure. I mean, if he sent me one, he'll send you one. Shit, I know him through you.
That's sick, man.
Like I just saw the Instagram post and I commented and I was like, hey man, I need one of those. Like I was like trying to buy one though, but he was like, shit, I'll just send you one. And I was like, bet. But yeah,
No,
this motherfucker's clean. Hold up, let me get the. Oh, I'd never take my hat off, but you know what? I just went to the barber yesterday. Yes, I'm bald as shit.
damn, that's dope. I didn't even know it had the 8-bit.
Nah, it's fire.
Hell
It's a
yeah,
clean
man.
motherfucking hat.
Hey, homies support homies. It's about
I look, you need to take it to the dry cleaner already because I wear it a lot. I ain't even gonna lie.
homies support homies, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Homies support homies. And it
Shout
is
out
really it
Paul.
is harder to get your it is harder to get homies. Homies, it wouldn't bug me if it was just niggas I just barely knew. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of niggas that I've known my whole life, like I guarantee you're not subscribed to this podcast. It's like nigga, if you had one, I'd support. Even if I don't necessarily watch your shit every day, like I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna support. Like there's a lot of people's channels that I'm subscribed to that I don't necessarily watch, but I will click on their video if it pops up on my feed and give them that like because that's the least I can do. That's the least I can do. Like I don't always seek out. I mean, I usually watch what pops up on my feed, honestly. Like especially if it's new. Like when it comes to MMA news, like I click on that first. Like, and if it's just like you know what I'm saying, one of the homies, like I'll always click on their channel and give them a like at least. Sometimes a comment if I got time, but I'll at least give them that like at least because it's like, bro, it's not really it's not hard to support your homies. It's really not. It takes a good fucking 60 seconds at the most sometimes.
If I'm
And
playing if I'm on the game and like one of my homies is on Twitch or some shit, I'll just open my like handheld up and I'll just stream their shit while I'm gaming. That view helps the algorithm. You liking somebody's shit and sharing it helps the algorithm. It helps you get more people to see it, of course, and all that. It takes a fraction of a second.
you're not using your phone to record, are you?
No, I'm using my phone.
You are using your phone?
Yep.
I thought I just saw it in your hand. Oh,
Oh, it's my handheld, I think.
oh, yeah, that would be the biggest fucking phone on the planet.
You want to take a
I
touch
just saw it at
screen?
a quick glance.
No, you cool.
But okay. Yeah, yeah. That's it's not hard to do, people. It really ain't. There's oh, speaking of which, well, I mean, this isn't. I mean, it would be support, I guess, in a sense. Like, some guy just recently reached out to me about possibly adding our channel on his channel, and what his channel is basically like it's just it's just strictly a sports channel. He has like a bunch of different people on there doing their thing. They got like a Dallas Cowboys channel. They got like just basketball. They got like a variety of different people doing a variety of different sports on there. And he reached out to us about possibly getting on his channel. And I don't know how serious he is or not, but I mean that's something we should definitely look into if he is serious. I wouldn't want to delete our channel to just do his channel, but I mean if he wants to like add our videos onto his channel, I'm all for that. But I mean I'm not deleting our channel.
I mean, that just sounds like networking to me. I don't
Yeah,
see,
exactly,
I don't
exactly.
see
And
any
I'm like,
negative points.
I was like, puts more, if it puts more eyes onto your channel and our channel, we can help
Yeah,
each
it's like
other
a
in that
mutual.
sense. Then
Yeah, they have. We'd be giving them more content, and then they would have the same audience that they already get, including with the people that already support now. I don't really see any negatives as long as they can keep going on.
yeah, exactly how I feel about it. So I'll tap into that, see where it takes us, and yeah, we'll just go from there. Honestly, but I mean, I'm all for it. And let's see, Tom Blades, Aspinall fucking smoked Curtis Blades, and you know, I kind of figured, but at the same time, I can't count Curtis Blades out either. because he just has a way of like just upsetting that person that a lot of people feel like he's gonna get beat by. But yeah, Tom Aspinall did what Tom Aspinall does, and he's got more title defenses than Jones now. So Jones, stop being a little bitch. But honestly, you predicted this shit. You predicted it. You predicted this as well as anybody could have predicted anything, honestly. Because for one, you said John Jones was gonna just beat Stipe and retire, which definitely seems like that's what his next move is going to is what his move is going to be. And you called that shit hella days ago, so shout out to you for that. And you also called Tom Aspinall being champ. And as far as I'm concerned, he is champ right now. As far as I'm concerned, because he defended that belt, which John has not. And John looks like he's just gonna beat Stipe or Biden, as Aspinall likes to call him at this point in his career, and he's not wrong. And just ride off into the sunset. And I think it's bitch made. But you called that shit, bro. You called that shit, and that's exactly how it's gonna happen. It's exactly he's not gonna fight Tom. He's not
No,
gonna fight Tom.
he would be a fractured man if somebody beat him out there. Like his whole ego would be disintegrated. That's all he got, bro. That's it. He needs the win. So he picked Gon. He saw the perfect lineup. He ducked Aspinall forever, bro. That fight would never happen. And he should have fought Pereira. I would like to see Jones, like a real legacy fight. Jones would fight Pereira. That's like that's saying
See,
like I'm thrilled to go. But yeah, it's just really
it doesn't.
Stipe coming off of a knockout loss. How many years ago? We haven't seen Stipe since.
But see, for me personally, I feel like beating Aspinall would put him higher on the GOAT list than beating Pereira.
Yeah, Pereira is more like the easier route, but I thought that's like the smarter route. Why would you fight? Like for Jones, there's a good chance he loses against uh, old Tommy Boy because he's just fast and he's got KO power and he's just big, bro. He
He can
holding
lose
him
to both
down.
of them. He can lose to both of them. He can lose to
Yeah,
Pereira
but
too. But
Pereira, he can take
Pereira's
him down
ground
and
game
grapple him.
is so much more glaringly bad.
That's what I'm trying to say. And
I don't
Jones,
even
if
know
he
if
could
I
do,
put it that those words correctly together, but I'm not.
if he could,
Um,
if he could big body Cyril Gahn the way he did, bro, and choke him out, like that Pereira could get manhandled pretty easily. So I like that would have been the easier route to success, like him. But Stipe
bro,
is like,
don't you ever in your fucking life put Pereira in the same fucking category as John. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
he
I
would. I
knew
mean,
John. I knew
that's
John was
how
gonna run through Gon. I knew he was.
that's how John would do him if he wanted to get his hands on him like that.
Man,
We haven't seen Pereira wrestle at all.
yeah, but I would give Pereira a slight grappling advantage just because he does Muay Thai. Um,
Yeah, John's with them
I'm,
ankle picks.
but I mean that's what I'm saying. Like it would Tom Aspinall see can possibly cancel out the wrestling, and that's why it would be the way more appealing fight for me as far as like somebody that can actually beat Jones. But Pereira, like you just know that he doesn't have that. So it's like, yes, he could catch him with the left hook like he does anybody. He can knock out anybody. I'm convinced with that punch because that boy just fucking he just fucking deads people. He just deads people. And but yeah, we know like if John got her to the ground, it's a whole different story. But with Aspinall, it's a question mark. Not saying John can't do what he's done to everybody else because nobody has proved. Well, nah, I'm not gonna say that. There's a couple of fights that a lot of people say he's lost. So, um, Dominic Reyes, Alexander Gustafsson, in many people's eyes and mine, myself, I feel like he lost both those fights. But yeah, Aspinall is at least that question mark. Like, can his wrestling? Can he cancel out John's wrestling with his wrestling? But with Pereira, it's just like, you kind of know if it went to the ground, it's over. Like, but either one of those fights, I'd like to see him take, honestly, because I'd like Pereira to knock him out and then cement himself as the fucking goat.
Because that would be crazy. And that honestly is kind of like I could see that as a massive win-win for either one, like legacy-wise. Because that makes Pereira like the biggest MMA fighter. You know what I mean? Like the biggest star of this millennium. You know, to come back from kickboxing and like
Pereira loses nothing if he loses to if he lost to Jones. I mean, what does he lose?
exactly. But imagine if he
He's
wins,
he's
like
he's he's skyrocketed up the fucking ladder so fucking fast. Like, ain't nobody gonna even like, you know what I'm saying, have anything negative to say about it because his rise to the top was so quick and so dominant. It's like, yeah, if he took an L, it's like, look how many fights he's had total in his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to lose to the greatest, who many consider the greatest of all time, it wouldn't fuck his stock up at all.
no. And then Jones could lose to him and just be like, "Yep, he's really the truth." You know, like
Yep.
this guy's the next guy. You know,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, "It is time for me to retire."
And then the worst thing that could have possibly happened in the world happened on this card. Bilal Muhammad finally became champion. Ugh, and he's already been like beyond fucking detestable.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be a different level when he won. But he mean Leon just didn't show up. That dude looked like he was sleeping in the match at certain points. If you go back and watch it, when Bilal had him by his back, but you know he just smothered him.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. He
Bilal
did.
style finally worked.
Yeah.
He usually tries
And I
to.
mean, he won it in typical Bilal fashion. Like, that fight was fucking atrocious. Like, it wasn't good. It was just
People started
a very
leaving.
Bilal-y fucking type of win. And
People started walking
he's just
out.
been talking. He's been talking mad shit already, and I'm just like, this is exactly what
Hey, well, he shut Leon down with his hands too. He was just acting,
he did. He did. Leon just didn't pull the trigger at any point in that fight.
pretty much.
I think he just kind of probably
His
underestimated him, and
corner
rightfully
ass.
so. Because I mean, not rightfully so. I'm not going to say that because you should always be prepared whenever you fight anybody. But based on how the first fight went, I could see how Leon might have underestimated it because he beat the fuck out of him prior to the eye poke. You know what I'm saying?
Leon's
So I could
Leon's
see how
coach.
he saw him as an easy win in his eyes and probably didn't take that fight as seriously as he should have. But you should always be prepared, you know.
And Leon's coach was talking about. Do you want me to stop the fight?
All right, next card. I'm just gonna run through it like this. Tony Ferguson's washed. Needs to hang it up, but didn't.
What did he get
Um,
subbed, right?
Kiesa.
He got submitted, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I predicted that.
and that's okay. And now that's Kiesa, Bobby Green, Nate Diaz. Got viciously knocked out by Chandler. I
Casey
mean, like, it's just like he got fucking slept. It wasn't a knockout, but I mean,
should have been.
you could tell his brain was like, no, nigga, stop. Like, it seemed like he had to fight his brain to not get knocked out against Gaethje.
That was
Because he took
bad.
one shot and then like the way he shook it off, it was like him telling his brain, no, don't go to sleep yet. Like, it was weird, bro. It was weird. It was weird, bro. Like, he just. It's like, I know you guys are really big Tony Ferguson fans, but be a humanitarian fan. Like, how many times do you want to see this fool go to sleep? Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like, think about the longevity of the fighter. And Tony has already been accused of some weird shit outside of the cage. It's like,
Yeah, DUI.
think about their brains, bro. Stop, like, be less of a fight fan, man. Like, I hear a lot of motherfuckers like, I don't want them to, bro. Like, how much damage do you guys want these guys to do to themselves, bro? It's like,
What do
fuck.
you What do you want to see, bro?
Like, seriously, he's lost
Get
fucking
up.
like eight. He's lost like 8 fights in a row, and like 6 of them were finishes. Like,
He got
give me a
one more
fucking
in him.
break, bro. Like, he's on like a Chuck Liddell skid right now. Like, fuck.
Yeah,
And motherfuckers wanted to see Chuck fight after he got fucking slept by Rich Franklin. Like, nigga, like he was looking good till he wasn't. Like, no, nigga, shut up. Just let him fucking hang it up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut
yeah.
up.
I
I don't know who
saw.
needs to hear this, but stop, bro. Stop. When a fighter is on a skid like this, bro, like, let it go, bro. Like, I despise Tony Ferguson and I don't want to see him take another L. Okay? Like, come on, man. Like, we're human beings. Like, let these motherfuckers have lives outside of fucking fighting, bro. Like, stop it. Just stop it.
On that
Stop with the
note,
bullshit.
on that note, uh, What, Crazy Horse? He finally broke his what? How long of a loss streak did he have? Some like insanely long one. He just won, I think, by submission.
Crazy Horse still fucking fights.
Yeah, bro. He just had a fight recently, like within the last couple weeks, and he finally broke that loss streak.
What do you fight a nigga that was fucking 3-75 or what?
I don't know. I just
The
saw
fact that Charles
it.
Crazy Horse Bennett still fights is fucking crazy. Now I gotta look this shit up. Hey, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, look up his
What?
record.
I'm about to, man, that's crazy.
Look up that record.
I'm surprised that shit didn't pop up immediately as soon as I pressed Charles. Fucking these feds be tapping these
Bennett.
fucking smart shits. I'm telling you, shit's weird. I swear I'll be talking about something, go on fucking Facebook, and that shit'll pop up immediately.
Oh yeah, I've had it happen.
Damn, he's only 44. That nigga's 5 years older than me. But in fight years, my God, that nigga's got a fucking. That nigga has 79 fights. What the fuck?
That's
Legal
nuts.
troubles. He was arrested 14 times. Oh my God. Nigga's a
Menace,
fucking
bro.
character.
Menace. Pure menace energy.
Man, as long as any of the. Oh, never mind. I was about to say as long as any of those fucking crimes ain't DV, but here I see aggravated assault on a pregnant woman. Oh my God, bro.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
That's a tough
I
one.
don't give a fuck about his antics when I see some shit like that. I'm sorry. Like, I know a lot of people ignore it. Oh my
Pregnant.
God, dude, his record is crazy.
You see how many losses he just had?
Bro, that nigga is 31-46. Wow.
You win some, you lose some.
Wow.
You win
Yeah,
some, you lose
it
some.
has to be money, bro. It has to be. Jesus Christ. Okay, so he submitted somebody named Justin Howard.
J Hal, baby.
Don't even
Let's
have a
go.
Wikipedia. It doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. So that tells me all I fucking need to know. And then
Let's
prior to
go,
that,
J
he
Hal.
lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 fights in a row.
And didn't lose the heart.
Holy shit.
Didn't lose the heart in it, baby.
I'd have been on some Tina Turner shit, nigga. I don't care who's wrong or right. I don't really want to fight no
He didn't
more.
lose no motivation, baby. His heart's still in it. He didn't lose it.
Hell no, nigga. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
He didn't lose it,
My
baby.
nigga has been submitted 25 times, has been knocked out 10 times. Jesus Christ.
He said, I still got it.
Him
I got
subs.
the next
Him
guy.
subs is
I got
kryptonite,
the next
apparently.
guy.
That's where the majority of his loss came because he has 11 decision losses, 10 knockout losses, and 25 submission losses. Jesus.
Nice.
The fact that that nigga is still fighting is crazy. Oh, man, we got way off topic, but man, that was worth it. Holy shit. All right, Nurmagomedov does what every Nurmagomedov does, especially the Corey Sandhagen, who just really didn't show up at all. At all. At all. All right, man. Was this card even worth talking? No, fuck. We're going to UFC 305, man. We gotta get we gotta get back to life, back to reality. Uh, Jesus Aguilar submitted Stuart Nickel. Song Keenan beat Ricky Glenn by decision. Tom Nolan beat Alex Reyes by decision. Jack Jenkins beat Herbert Burns, who needs to
Herbert
probably
slaves,
just
bro.
yeah. Herbert is not Gilbert. They both got some
Herbert.
generic ass names.
Herbert. Herbert ain't generic. That's just fucking.
I mean, they
That's
both
a
got
curse.
Bert in their name. Gilbert and Herbert. Like,
Why would you ever name your kid anything that rhymes with Herbert, bro? It's a fucking curse of a name. Herbert. Herbert.
Herbert and Gilbert are some whack ass names. I would not want to be named Gilbert either.
Gilbert. Yeah, it's tough, man. She wanted to raise tough boys. And motherfucker has always got his legs hurt. I don't get it, man.
I mean, I don't have a tough name either, so I can relate. I don't think it's as bad as those two though. Robert is not.
Big Rob, Big Rob,
Niggas would be like Bob. I'd be
Robert,
ready to sock. I'd be ready to sock niggas for calling me
Bobber,
Bob. I don't like that Bob shit.
Bobber.
You got a unique ass name that nobody has, so it's just like it just stands out just based on the strength right there. You ain't never gonna meet a nigga named Genesee in your life.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Can't really see many people making fun of that though, unless they call you like
No, it's just
Genesis.
it stands out, but it always gets spelled wrong and mispronounced. And it's always like a motherfuckers want to use it as a gateway to conversation. When they find out,
Really?
you gotta tell.
Like just
Yeah,
be
you
like, oh my
gotta.
god, your name is Genesee?
Yeah,
Like that's like so unique, man.
and you gotta. You go get a coffee or some shit. You gotta tell them the name. I'm like, if Jesse, just say Jen or some shit. I'll come get it. It's fucking annoying sometimes.
That's hella funny. Casey O'Neill beat Luana Santos. Josh Kulabo. Ricardo Ramos beat Josh Kulabo. Junior. Oh, Walter Walker submitted Junior Tafa. Then I believe he called out his brother after that.
That shit was a weird one because he like verbally tapped out because he yelled or some shit.
Oh yeah, there was like some controversy behind that. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that Walker brother, man. He's like just a he just I don't know. He's like an imposter Dagestani guy. That's what I feel like. I don't like that nigga, bro. He's weird,
I'm not
man.
really a fan of anybody who like tries to far, play too hard into the heel role. But honestly, I feel like a lot of UFC fighters in general probably feel like they have to just to get noticed, just to get that big fight. They have to be that shit talking guy, even if it's necessarily not even necessarily in their nature.
It's just crazy how polar opposite him
It's
and
just
Josh
so
are.
pro. UFC is just all about. It's like it's not just after it's not just your performance, how devastating you knock out somebody. I mean, they also they obviously look for that too. Like they don't want to push the boring fighter, and they don't want to push the guy that's not going to bring in the them ticket sales. So it's like you got to not only be a finisher, you got to also cut a good fucking WWE promo after your fight type shit. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just about being marketable,
Or
man.
be very or be very or have a big mouth on social media that gets a lot of attention. It's like they look for that shit now. Like it's just the
You
way the
can't.
world works now.
I mean, you can't blame people for having it. That's themselves making themselves marketable. If you make people interested in you, that generates you more views and more ways you can platform and just, market yourself. You can like sell shit or fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's all positive. You make people
Yeah.
want to be interested in you.
It's all an end game at the end of the day. Like you're not supposed to be in fighting forever, so if you can market yourself in other ways, like so many fighters are doing podcasts now and have really good podcasts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's still active fighters doing podcasts too, like Mighty Mouse, but Mighty Mouses is a really good one. Rampages is a really good one.
I like this things, bro. That's my favorite.
A lot of people are going into the social media game, it seems like, and a lot of people are being very successful at it. I just discovered fucking Maven's yeah, Maven, like the first dude, the brother that won Tough Enough, the very first Tough Enough WWE like competition to get a WWE contract. Like
Yeah, I remember that shit.
he just started doing social media recently, and I fucking love his channel. From a wrestler myself, it's like so dope to get his perspective and how openly honest he is about the business as being like a fucking mid carder in the business that didn't really ever hit that peak. You know what I'm saying? And
No, he just didn't have
I can relate
imagination.
to that when it comes to other companies I've wrestled at and shit like that. So to see it from that level, I kind of get an idea of what life would have been like for me if I ever made it in the WWE because I would have been a fucking low to mid carder if anything, and yeah, it wouldn't have I wouldn't have had a great run. Carlos Prates is a fucking dog, but Lee Jingling is Jangling Jangling's kind of.
Bro, if that was
Watch.
boxing, that damn towel would have got thrown in. Because there was just a point where he got hit, and it was just like, oh, bro, this is all gonna end bad. He just kept circling, and he was just getting cracked by the straight hand over and over again. It's like he's
Yeah,
about to get horrifically knocked out. Like if you can stop the fight, do it now. He just got like sat down, got up, circled, sat down, got up, circled, and just got deaded with that straight. It was horrific. I don't wait. It might not even been a straight to put him down. It might have been like a almost like a hook or some shit. But yeah, it was brutal.
Rosenstruck beat Ty by split.
The fight was
Uh,
kind of boring for a little bit, and they kind of
yeah,
spiked it back up.
Dan Hooker got the decision. Nobody was a fan of it. I personally was because it's just like I. But then again, that's where everybody has a different perspective on what they see when it pertains to what wins a fight. I just wish it would be more consistent on the judge's end, but at the same time, it's like you don't know what each particular judge is looking out for. So it's like I personally was like Dan Hooker was landing the power shots. Gamrot was just trying to stall and fucking do what Gamrot always fucking does. So it's like as a fight fan, and you know what I mean, like
Hmm.
I was happy to see Dan get the win. Like a lot of people called it bullshit. Like it is what it is. You know where they were fighting at.
The way
You
I
think
was
they weren't
judging
going to give him
it,
the decision? Like, and then I felt like he did enough to give him that hometown decision. I don't know. I have to watch the fight again, but I didn't have an issue with it. I was surprised. I
people
was
got to
surprised,
understand.
but I wasn't
People
that
got.
surprised.
I was gonna say people got to understand that aggression is also like you can judge based off aggression. What's more aggressive? Somebody holding somebody and kind of like just taking the time to stall up and like collect uh top control, you know what I mean, like possession time and shit. For the guy that's actively trying to take you out, like aggression is a scoring criteria. So that's something that I would look at. Like, yeah, this guy he might be holding him down, but you know what I mean, he's just holding him. Like this guy's actually trying to do damage. The aggression, man. So what I would look at.
I liked it. I felt like the judges had it right, and Dan honestly had a really good fucking takedown defense in that fight. Wasn't gonna stop them all, but like
Who do you think he fights next after that?
Dan or
Yeah,
Gamrot.
that's Dan. I hate him.
Fuck Gamrot. I hope he gets the fucking Makayev treatment. I ain't even gonna lie. Jeez.
I'm not a fan. It was a great fight though.
Yeah, five. I mean, okay. Let's look at the numbers. Okay, the significant strikes are way closer than I thought they would have been.
Yeah, it was a
I
competitive fight.
mean, if you look at the numbers, Gamrot won the fight. But
Mhm.
only thing I mean, like again, everybody has their own perspective and what they look for when it comes to a fight. What I'm looking at is 5 of 15 takedown attempts.
Yeah, that's
So I
pretty
look at
good.
that as a nigga that's not really even trying to fucking fight, regardless of what the numbers say.
That man diving at your leg.
Like that's and so I mean, Dan as many times. I mean, Dan should get credit for sprawling fucking 10 takedowns. So they should credit that too. How about that?
Yeah, because that's a bad takedown percentage.
Yeah, it's 33%. It's not good. But I mean, he usually doesn't have it because he's like a fucking Damian Maya where he just spams that shit over and over and over. And it's like doesn't try to set it up, doesn't try to even doesn't even try to do it tactfully. He just kind of just it's just I don't know, man.
That
They need to give
reminds
him
me.
he needs to get the Makayev treatment. I don't care.
Yeah, that
He's
shit
fucking
reminds me. Go back and rewatch Damian Maya versus Rory McDonald. That was just to the point where that nigga was just throwing himself at fucking Rory's feet.
bro.
It was bad.
Look at Damian Maya versus Tyrone Woodley.
That fight was bad.
And
Dana hated Tyrone for that fight.
I was literally just about to say that too. And it's like it pisses me the fuck off that like Dana White like try to put
he
all the
hated.
blame on Tyrone Woodley for that fight being boring. It's like,
He said you
bro, he
couldn't
went
finish
for
him.
like 37 takedowns, dude. Like literally 37 or some crazy number like that. It was like 27 or 37, but it was a crazy number. And he tore his shoulder labrum in the first round, according to him. And if he said it, I believe it because all he was really trying to do was keep him from fucking getting to the ground, getting him to the ground. And he did a fucking phenomenal job at it. He didn't take it down once. Like
Yeah,
you don't get no
totally.
credit
That's
for that.
crazy.
Like
That's crazy.
it's wild.
That's a UFC fucking 5 statistic.
Another
You
thing I
know,
thought was crazy was Mighty Mouse was like talking about CM Punk's contract on his podcast, and he mentioned how much CM Punk got for his fight, and he was like, "Bro, that's what I was asking for." So you're telling me CM Punk was getting what Mighty Mouse wasn't? That's fucking insane. That's fucking insane.
paying
So
for the name.
that just lets you know right there what kind of time Dave is on.
Paying for the name. I really, to this day, I wish Mickey would have stood up with him instead of just taking him down immediately.
I mean, it would. I don't think it would have made a difference,
I would have just
but
preferred to watch CM Punk try to strike. You know what I'm saying? That
I
would
would have
have been fun to
preferred to
watch.
see him getting knocked out. But I mean,
Well, he might have.
that whole shit was just a disgrace to MMA. Like, I
Yeah,
don't give a fuck.
yeah, he was
For
way
that
too
to be your
long.
first ever MMA fight ever in life is fucking
Seriously,
crazy. It's
that's
fucking
crazy
crazy.
that you would do that in front of everybody.
Like
Your
even
very
Brock
first fight,
Lesnar did a couple of
like exhibition, shit.
yeah before he, you know what I'm saying?
But just to like have the balls, take that your very first fight ever on TV, like that's crazy.
I mean, that's just ego.
That's madness.
And to get a second fight after the first one, like
Mike,
wow.
Mike Jackson, right? Your boy.
You actually gave that fucking. Y'all are responsible for that piece of shit having any kind of relevancy in the
Mikey
world.
Mikey Jackson.
God, I was about to say a word that would get me banned on here just thinking about that motherfucker, but
He's such a fucking loser.
he's such a fucking oh, he's such a fucking f word.
That guy's savage.
uh, now this fight, man, I mean, Kai Kara France and Steve Urseg,
I didn't expect
that
that.
one, I didn't expect it either, but I know Kai got that. He got power, and
Bro,
he's a dog. I just
he's
didn't see him
stumbled.
knocking him out, but
No, that shit was absurd, bro. I
it's
didn't
not.
think
It's not about how you lose. It's how you bounce back after you lose, and that's how you bounce back after a lose, because after a loss, because they're both coming off losses, if I'm not mistaken. Urseg's
yeah,
was a little controversial, but yeah, he was coming off that title loss, right? Yeah, and yeah, that's they're gonna switch fucking places in the rankings now.
because he got smoked.
All right, yeah, he did, and it was quick. First round, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
18 total strikes. So yeah, it didn't take him long.
He catches him off guard, bro. He just it's different. Like he must
Yeah,
have a instinct.
especially from that for that weight class.
Yeah, he must have a little sting to him that the
He's a
other people
little
don't used to.
he's a little Australian Dotson.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ah, for sure. The main event, my favorite part of the night, to be honest. How did you feel about that fight? At no point did I think. Oh no, that's a lie. That's a lie. The round that I believe was the fourth is where Dreekus won. The fourth or the
Yeah,
fifth?
third round, it looked
Fourth.
like he had a chance to beat him, but he just kind of was. I don't know, it looked like he was just trying for the very perfect, like anime like moment. Like this nigga wanted this shit to be a movie. Like he's throwing these real crazy fucking punch. Like he did some shit. He threw. I don't know. He was like doing extra shit, like trying, like just trying to get a picture perfect moment when if he would have just stuck the fundamentals at that point, it looked like Drake was starting to slow down. And then in Izzy style, that nigga fucked it up, bro. I'm so sick of supporting
Supporting who?
Izzy.
You support Izzy?
I wanted him to win that fight.
Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Can't relate.
I just don't like.
However,
I hate Drinkers way more. I can't stand that guy. But he surprised me, man. Especially because he didn't even like he didn't look super skilled himself towards certain points where he's just like running at him, winging. But that pressure, I guess, I don't know. He just wore Izzy down. He just constantly marches forward.
I don't know, man. When it comes to DDP, I respect the true African. I do. Um,
The true African. I think it's staying in the South Side. The true African.
as a matter of fact, I'm gonna light this Izzy pack back up real quick.
I can't believe he just it was like a real fucked up way for him to lose too. With they're like, all right, let's fight, and then immediately gets thrown down and sub.
Now,
He
here's the thing. Here's
he
the
got
thing when it
caught.
comes to. Here's the thing when it comes to. Okay, in my opinion, this is my take on how that fight went. Ooh, that Izzy pack is fire. I ain't gonna lie. But I feel like at one point, in the fourth round, when the round that Izzy did get finished in, I was scared for Duplessis at one point because he shot for a takedown and Izzy sprawled it, and that nigga looked fucking dead tired. He looked dead tired, and I was like, ah, fuck, that's not good. When I saw how reluctant he was to get back up because of how gassed he was, I was like, yeah, this might be bad. But he's just got like a second gear that he kicks into that, and I honestly think he was coming at Izzy wild like that because he just simply did not fear his power
Yeah,
after a
yeah,
while.
marching him down. Yeah, he didn't really get countered with nothing crazy either.
He never took no shots where you feel like, okay, he's rocked or done, or
Yeah,
Izzy never caught him so clean where you're like, oh shit. So that's why I felt like he was going at the pace he was and just being all wild like that. And he was catching him with some good shit. Like he was never Izzy was catching him with the body shots, a lot of body shots. He was catching
yeah,
him, and
but
I feel like that started to take his toll later on in the fight because he was
he
definitely
pretty much
gassing for sure. But
yeah, he
but
ate
he
all of it.
was but he was able to come at him so wild and aggressively because you saw effortlessly he was getting him to the ground when he did get a hold of him. Like yeah, he was getting back up and shit like that, but like when he got him, he was that which is what I was saying was going to play the biggest factor was the grappling. I was like, I just always thought it was a horrible matchup because Drickus is just strong, way too strong. Like he wasn't catching him with some like menacing shots. Like he was catching him good, but nothing that was gonna like sleep him or anything like that. But like he caught him, he caught him hard enough to where he was just paying attention to the shots that were being thrown, and then he just got him to the ground again. And then once I saw the choke, I knew it was over. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Drickus is just a dog, bro, and he's got that I'm not gonna be beaten attitude, and he clearly showed that because he was gassed for sure. But he
Oh,
definitely
Drinkus Palinkus. He pulled it off. What, Pereira challenged him?
motherfuckers might not necessarily like agree with the style, but it works for him, bro. And unless it's gonna be Pereira and him again, I don't really see anybody beating him.
Yeah,
I re-
maybe Bobby could if he just, I don't know, he kind of got caught. I'd like to see that.
oh, Robert Whitaker.
Old Bobber. I like to see Bobber get knocked out.
Yeah, I'm about tired of that. Seeing that nigga get middleweight title shots. I'm sorry.
I like Bobber, man. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, let's get into this news. Dominic Reyes is fighting Anthony Smith.
Yeah, I like
How
both
do
of
you
them.
feel that? Oh yeah, I remember. I recall you saying something on
I
Twitter
don't
like,
want
"I
to
don't want
see.
to see that fight."
Yeah, I don't want to see either one lose, but I think Reyes could catch him. Reyes can catch him, I think, before he gets taken down. Reyes is wiry and he's quick on the feet.
And he's coming off a knockout win for the first time in a long time, so I imagine he's going to be pretty pumped right now and fired
So
up.
he's
And
taking him down.
Anthony Smith is always hit and miss, so I could see Anthony Smith submitting him. I could see Dominic Reyes knocking him the fuck out.
That's
I could see Anthony Smith possibly knocking him the fuck out.
see.
But I got Reyes in this fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Reyes TKO.
Um, Kamaru Usman wants a title shot at Bilal Muhammad, which I could see happening. They've been
Yeah,
kind of going back and forth on Twitter, and I'm telling you, that's how fights get made these days.
give
So
it to Usman, man. Give it to him. He's earned it. His legacy, bro. Let him have it. I don't care. Whereas
yeah,
he made that division for a long time.
if
Bro,
not him, who? If not Usman, who?
yeah, I don't want to see
They're
none of
not
that.
gonna want to run Leon back.
Nah, he needs to go get like a fucking talk to a sports psychologist. He just like loses motivation. I don't know. Him and Derek Lewis need sports psychologists. They'd be unstoppable. They need Cuz D'Amatos and shit. Fucking mildly brainwash them, make them into monsters. What they need. Imagine
Uh,
fucking Woodley and Cuz. You know what I'm saying? On that Tyson shit or whatever. Because that's another
uh,
problem. I want to talk about that real quick. I
what?
just never seen just when Wood like Gunshy Woodley. You know what I'm talking about? He went
Uh,
from everybody just for years, bro, for fights. Like I remember when he beat Condit. I think that was a monster, and then he just like slowly after that, he like had a good couple of runs with Till and Wonder Boy, and then nothing after that. You know what I'm talking about?
Usman took that man's soul.
Yeah. And then Colby, what he said, his rib popped out and when Colby took him down. Damn, that one was tough, bro. That fight.
They were all tough after that. I've always been a Tyron Woodley fan, so all of them were tough for me. The Usman, because I wasn't an Usman fan back then like I am now.
Yeah, I agree.
I was more, I mean, I was all about. I thought Woodley was gonna work him.
Hmm.
Nigga, I couldn't have been any more wrong, and but I had to give Usman his props, and then you know, I started being a lot more of a fan of Usman because Usman was kind of boring prior to that Woodley fight, but he beat the
I
fuck out of
agree.
Woodley. So
No, that's why I used to hate Usman. He used to be like, that was only 25% of my power.
I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, and
that's
it showed,
the
nigga.
fuck.
Like, start fighting at 100% because,
He just wrestled for
And even Dana was talking shit about the whole 30%. Like, nobody wants to see you at 30%, buddy. Like,
yeah, bro. Seriously. And that motherfucker changed it up. Yeah, that shit used to bug me, bro. And I want to see you use 30% and then dry hump this dude for the whole duration of the fight. Hold him up against the fence.
and then I didn't really care for him. I didn't really care for him in Ultimate Fighter, which is where I saw him originally. Because like he got hella mad when that dude fucking called him out on grabbing the fucking fence during their fight. And Usman's like, "You trying to say I grabbed the fence? You trying to say I grabbed it? I didn't grab the fence." And then they showed the replay, and he clearly grabbed the fucking fence. So it's like, come on, bro. Like you did it. Like just admit the shit. But he was like getting like super fucking butthurt and mad about it. And I'm like, how you gonna get mad about
When you
something you
know,
fucking did? Like, and so
psycho.
yeah, so it didn't like, but there's a few fighters that have won me over in the end, but there's just some that like I've just never generally liked, and then there's fighters that I were huge fans of that I ended up hating in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Izzy,
Right.
Bobby Green, to name a couple. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like that. Shit happens. Davison Figueiredo wants to fight Sugar Sean O'Malley. I like that fight actually, but
Yeah, that,
O'Malley might be kind of too big for him.
yeah. I mean, if you
Pause. Pause. Um,
well, he fought fucking Garbrandt, you know,
yeah,
and made Garbrandt look like he didn't know what he was doing on the ground and shit. So I don't know. I think he could beat Sean. You know, I could see that.
bro,
He
Marab's going to be a handful for Sean. So let's see him get through that before we even
the
worry about
Gremlin.
Figueredo. Because
Marab's about to
I could
sweat.
easily see Marab beating him.
He's gonna shamelessly shoot for takedowns. Who knows? He can get caught with a knee, like intercepted. You know, 'cause
Yeah, I mean,
O'Malley,
bro,
he's quick.
I really don't know how that fight's going to go, dog. I really don't.
I can see O'Malley catching him as he goes in with the short uppercut or like a knee or some shit. This O'Malley's springy, bro. And you know Marab's gonna shoot at some point. If he who did he fought who was the person he fought where he had like 20 takedowns? Trying to think
Everybody?
it was it was like a big name fight. Oh, Peter Yan or whatever. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Mhm.
But if he could do that shit, you know what I mean? If you're shooting for like 20 plus takedowns, that's 20 opportunities that O'Malley springs up with a flying knee and catches your ass, bro. I don't know. I think if anybody would do it, it's the tall, lanky ass, spry, quick O'Malley. You know, and what's the size difference between them also? I look it up, but you got the time. But
Oh,
I
between who?
Marav and O'Malley,
Shit.
you just gotta lean back and you can knee that man in the face.
Oh, you talking about like height?
Yeah,
Marab is, according to this, he is 5'6".
yeah.
Um,
A little Tasmanian devil.
bro, Sean O'Malley doesn't even look like the same fucking person without facial hair. But to be fair, that nigga has no eyebrows in that picture too, so that
Freak.
doesn't help. He looks like atrocious. 5'11".
Damn.
That's a pretty significant difference. I just hope. I mean, I don't really care who wins that fight, honestly.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm not a fan of either. I'm a
The only
fan.
reason,
I'm a fan of watching O'Malley fight though.
yeah, I said the only reason I want O'Malley to win is because he'd be more marketable. Like you would see bigger fights come out of that. Like he might Figueredo might try to fight him, or he might try to go up. I'd rather see him do that than Rob because he's not gonna fight nobody in no other weight classes. I don't think there's not like the big. I don't know. I just think O'Malley would have bigger opportunities, bigger fights would come out of him winning.
Francis Ngannou is finally fighting in PFL.
Might be too late, bro. I guess it's been years.
He's fighting Pereira. I don't know how that fight's gonna go, man. I mean, Nagano's been through a lot this year, so it's gonna be interesting to see how he's. I mean, I'm always gonna root for that man, always, always. But it's not no. They didn't give him no walk in the park fight. You know what I'm saying? Like from what I know, Freya is not no, not one of those. You know what I'm saying? Those give me fights that they would give you in your first fight in the promotion type of
I mean, PFL don't
deals. You know what
play.
I'm saying?
We've seen what happens to motherfuckers that come into the PFL. You know, that's where Robbie Lawler went. Not Robbie. Who was That's where Eddie Alvarez went. And who else went there? Like in the
Uh,
UFC. So I know Eddie went, and Mighty Mouse went.
to
Am I tripping?
PFL?
No, one. I'm thinking of one. Man. I'm fried. I was gonna say because they went over there and they immediately got tested. It's like when UFC guys come over your organization, they try to give you somebody that's legit. You know, they don't really
Oh
give
yeah,
you much of
Sage
info.
North's got his face broken his first fucking one
That's
fight.
like my Cosmo, right? The guy with how many kickboxing fights? And you give him some kid. When UFC fighters leave the organization, it's like they try to make examples out of them, bro. They give them like the real deal fighters. There ain't no fucking learning curve, bro. You're getting thrown to the wolves.
Sage got fucked up in that fight.
He fought like one time after
Yeah, I don't know. It's been he ain't been very active since that fight. That's for
that.
sure.
No, he had to have like emergency surgery after that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he like broke like every bone in his face or some shit.
Horrific.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Which is why Dana White would never do like no merger because his ego would not allow his fighters to get their asses whooped like that. He did it
No,
once in Pride, and Chuck got fucked up, so
yeah,
he
it's just
would
not
not
good.
do that again.
Not good for marketing unless you're sure your dude's gonna win.
It would be
Like
great
what?
for the other company if they were the successor. You know what I mean? Like if they were the victor, like
I hate to be
their
like
company
this.
got. I would love to see that though, but because of so many egos involved, you would never see it. But it would be dope as fans to see. Now this is crazy right here. Well, we got to talk about this guy twice because first we got to talk about. I mean, I don't really want to get into it too much because they're just allegations at this point, and the talks of this allegation have hella simmered down a lot. Like he was trending for like 3 days in a row because of these SA allegations Pereira was facing, but there hasn't really been much since then, like at all. So it's starting to lean towards more on the side that she was capping and that it was consensual. But again, like, you know what I mean? People do heinous shit and people lie about people doing heinous shit. So until the facts come out, like, I don't really want to say because it's all allegations, it's all speculation, and you don't know until you know. That's why I don't really want to, you know what I'm saying?
I never even watched that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Huh?
I never even watched that shit. The video.
Well, to make a
Like,
long story short, she accused
no, I
Pereira of
know. I just
SA, but it
because
just looked.
I didn't want to be in. You know what I mean? I'm not interested either.
I
Like,
mean, well, when
you
I
can't
tap
rub
into
me.
my MMA news outlets, shit like this is the shit that they talk about. So
Yeah.
I
No, I
be knowing all
know.
I be knowing all the details of this shit, and I mean, from what I've gathered from all these videos, it doesn't seem it seems to be capped, but I mean, only time will tell, honestly. So
No, I
I
know.
don't even really want to speak on it or make any accusations until
No,
all the facts come out. So it's like,
no. I seen it all. I know what the situation was. You know, until somebody has like proofs that somebody happened, that it happened, or some that it didn't. I'm not interested. I don't have an opinion on nothing. Until
and
they say something.
I've seen like multiple screenshots, but it's like, are those screenshots real? It's like, until all this shit is like confirmed that it's this person, but from what it's seeming like, it seems like a little money grab. But I mean,
Yeah, I'm opinionless.
again, only time will tell.
I'm opinionless. I don't. Yeah, not my business.
I hope it's not. I really do, because
Yeah, of course.
it's just heinous. But speaking of Padea, Khalil Roundtree, for some fucking reason, is the next person in line to fight Padea for the title, and I can't for the life of me figure out why.
Styles make fights, I guess. They just know that they're just gonna go for it.
I
And
almost feel like,
also,
is it because Jamal Hill's been running his mouth so much they're doing it to spite him? Because he was just scheduled to fight Jamal Hill. He gets popped for performance enhancing drugs, gets
skip them.
suspended, comes back, and then skips him. That's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, they just want to see something new, I guess. I don't know, or just spiteful.
Chael Sonnen, I don't know if UFC paid him to make the statement that he just recently said, but he said Khalil Roundtree is going to shock the world and smoke Pereira. Like,
Give a
bruh,
chance. Little scrappy, boy.
he is scrappy, but he's very small compared to Pereira. I don't know, man. I just feel like there's a size discrepancy. I'm not gonna say there's a well. There's always gonna be a power discrepancy when it comes to Pereira, but
I
I
actually,
mean, I mean, um, Khalil's a cracker. He's a cracker, but I don't know. I just don't see him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see him having a chance in this fight. I
I
don't.
wonder because Khalil's good with leg kicks and dealing with them and shit. I wonder if that shuts down Pereira's shit. That's
But
one of his main.
one check from Pereira is probably gonna. I mean, Pereira is up on that. He's a different level striker, bro. Like you start tagging him with leg kicks, he's gonna start checking him. He starts checking them, they're gonna start hurting. You're not
Khalil
gonna
be
want to throw him
stomping,
anymore.
be
Like,
stomping the knees.
huh?
Khalil be stomping knees.
It's gonna be that's a tall task to climb for anybody. I don't see Khalil being that guy. He's on a streak, and Khalil's on a win streak too. So it's like I don't want to. I really don't want to like hella discredit him, but I don't see him being that dude, man. But he is on a nice little win streak, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm interested to see how this
Oh
plays
damn, he's
out.
on a five-fight win streak actually. But I mean, are any of these guys Padea? No, they're not. Anthony Smith is not Padea. Chris Dawkins is not Padea. Dustin Jacoby is not Padea. Carl Robertson and Modestus Bukauskas are not Padea. Like they're just not. Talking about a whole upper echelon of fighter we're talking about here. I just you think about all the people that fucking Padea has just beaten, bro. Like
I still want
Smoke
Pereira to go for
Fury,
heavyweight.
not once but twice. Can't nobody say nothing about that second stoppage. Beat Jamal Hill. Um, fuck yeah,
He
he
needs
beat
to go
Jan.
for heavyweight, bro.
Oh,
He should have not taken any fight besides heavyweight. But I mean, I guess he still sees himself fighting more and more. But legacy wise, it wouldn't be bad to take a heavyweight fight, cement yourself as the greatest of all time, and then just get out.
but now he's talking about dropping back down to 185. And
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
I feel like he wants to do it just to spite Izzy. Like, ha, I smoked you, police. I beat another person you can't beat, type shit. Because he's, I feel like he's a very calm and reserved person, but he's like also at the same time the pettiest motherfucker on the planet.
No, I agree.
So it's,
I'm
so
down
it's
to see
like,
anything. I just want to see him fight some more because he is, untested right now. Him fighting Duplessis would be incredible. We finally get to see him have to deal with wrestling. And then
all
we could
right,
really say he's the greatest because he shuts that wrestling shit down, or at least one of the greatest.
nah, 100%. All right, UFC Fight Night. Wang Kong, Victoria Leonardo. Who you got? He's like, who and who?
Yeah, exactly. All this stuff. Who the fuck do you got?
I don't even know who the fuck they are.
That's what I'm saying.
But one's got a fucking. I'm going for the underdog. I'm gonna go based on odds on this one. I'm going for the underdog, Victoria Leonardo, and she looks like a mean son of a bitch. So.
I'm trying to pull up my fucking internet out here. Cheeks.
So the internet where you are right now is cheeks,
Yeah, bonus, dude.
like the internet as a whole, or just like where you're recording.
Just like compared to the shit I used to have, it's
Hmm.
not it.
Hmm.
I guess they don't have the capabilities out here. Yeah, I mean, your pick is about as good as mine on that one. I might have seen Victoria fight before.
we're
Yeah,
going. We're going main card. Fuck that. Let's just do
yeah,
this
I'm
main card
looking.
because we're over an hour anyway, and I'm pretty sure this card is like about to start. If it is on already. Edmund Shabazian versus Gerald Mearshart. Who you got?
Shabazian. He's good on the feet.
I
I
got
think
Shabazian.
I think
I got
Shabazian.
Shabazian too, actually. Neil Magny versus Michael Morales.
I
Just
think
because the
Michael.
Haitian flag's behind me, I'm going Neil Magny. I can't.
I think Michael puts hands on.
That seems to be the consensus for everybody. But again, flag, flag. Um, Khan Ofli versus Myron Santos.
Bro, I have
Odds
no idea.
really even on that. Australians are on fire right now, bro. I'm going Khan.
Yeah, I'm not too sure who these guys are. Okay.
Robert Valentin versus Ryan Loder. I'm going Ryan Loder, I guess.
Valentine, I might have seen him fight before. And plus, I'm fucking with the. He got the same tattoo as Izzy. He got the Uzumaki tattoo. I
Ryan
gotta
Loder,
go.
Ryan Loder, Ryan Loder.
I gotta go with
That
the fucking weed.
just confirmed my pick.
Valentine.
Angela over Keel versus Tabitha Ricci. I'm going Hill, actually.
She got that
I
alien
wouldn't
DNA in her,
I
bro.
wouldn't be surprised if Ricci won, but I'm going Hill.
You know that she's like, I don't know if it's her granny or if it's her great granny, but they were like, Betty and Laura. Is it Lori? Lori Hill? Lauren Hill? No, it's Betty and Lori Hill. I'm
Oh, you
tripping.
ain't talking about
Betty,
the singer Lauren Hill, are you?
no, I'm fried, bro. Betty and Barney. They were the ones that got abducted by aliens. Like a real famous story. They were driving somewhere and a fucking UFO swooped them up and they lost track of time. And like they tested her dress and it had like radiation on it and shit. They did like I want to say that therapy where they put you to sleep, that hypnosis therapy, and they were like recollecting the event and shit. It's a real interesting case. But that's either her grandma or her great grandma, one of them like that. Just gotta look it up and fact check it. But fun facts.
What in the fucking X Files are we talking about right
Of
now?
course, look that up. It's a small world, like one of the most famous abduction cases.
Are you going Hill or are you going Ricci?
I gotta go Hill. I always support Hill.
Jared Cannonier and Kyle Barajo.
This is Kyle's first like challenge, bro. Like first, not challenge, the first like real test. It's gonna be interesting. And
I'm
Cannoneer, he's
going
got some.
Cannonier.
Yeah. I think, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Cannoneer gets TKO'd on this one.
I wouldn't be surprised if either one gets TKO'd.
That's true. Fighting nerd,
But
baby. Fighting nerds on this one. Shout out to Cannoneer though. The Crystal Man. I respect him.
the half white side of Steezy is taking over this episode, apparently.
Jared Cannonier's the Crystal Man from
The
Alaska,
what?
bro. He's on that weird crystal shit. I respect it, bro.
Sorry. Living out here, when I think of Crystal, all I think of is fucking all these tweaks that I got to do with them.
Yeah, he believes in the power of the rocks, man, and the mineral.
For fuck's
Respect
sake.
them.
And on that note, we're going to go wrap it up and go watch the rest of these fights that I think are on, that I'm not sure are on.
Yeah, I'm trying to play some Tekken, dude.
Huh?
I'm trying to do that and play some Tekken.
Yeah. Man, until next time, same Steezy time, same easy channel. We're out.